All right, time now for the countdown to the fight. Ladies and gentlemen, it's your Pratte Pack. We're at Paul Miller's incredible P-Dubs in Monaco, where they have got 25 beers on tap and 35 HD TVs. Pretty awesome place. A great sports bar, especially with Thanksgiving Eve coming up tomorrow night. You're definitely going to want to be here. But also, what's happening tomorrow night is happening at the American Serbian Cultural Center in Weirton, West Virginia. It's a cruiserweight fight for the Appalachian Boxing Association Championship between my friend Josh Himes and the challenger, the guy he's going to be going against, Jermaine Walker. So let's say hi to Josh right now and get ready to talk a little boxing. It's been a long journey for you. You know, you was born in 1989 here in Monaco. You're only 26 years of age. Great athlete. But baseball was really kind of like your thing. What happens? How do you go from the baseball field to the boxing field?
It's been a tough transition. But boxing is a lot more intense.
Definitely.
A little bit more hands-on. And in boxing, you're always in the action. In baseball, you could be out in the outfield playing with grass and kicking up rocks, flowers, sunflower seeds, and you never know what's going on. Boxing, if you take the eye off the punch for a second, it's good night.
Here's what's amazing about you. And you went to school with my nephew, Johnny Foxy, and I have such love for this kid because he truly is an amazing athlete. Very humble. Football player, baseball player, a lot of potential there. Obviously, there's a reason they call him handsome. But he has been very successful in the ring, and he's in a division that we're going to talk about in just a moment, that when you think about the cruiserweight division, which is that step below the heavyweight division, Vander Holyfield comes to mind. Obviously, I believe the greatest cruiserweight of all time, went on to become an amazing heavyweight champion as well, too. But it is kind of like the go-between. You got the light heavyweight division, which is always trying to find some credibility in headlines. There's been a few, but for the most part, it has always been that heavyweight division. So I have to ask you, is this going to be a stepping stone for you, or do you feel comfortable with this weight, and do you think, and does your trainer think, and manager, that you can actually, I don't know, stake claim to this division and be here for a long time?
My trainer, Donato, would say cruiserweight is a great start for us. It's a great class because the guys are just as fast as light heavyweight and hit just as hard as heavyweight. It's a very difficult and challenging class, but maybe as the years go by and the weight gets harder to keep down, we may move up to heavyweight.
I know a lot of people in Weirton, West Virginia. I spent many years there doing play-by-play sports at Jim Carrey Stadium, in which it is literally that town wrapped around what was once Weirton Steel. A lot of good fight fans down there, a lot of people that are a lot like us up here, hoping that this manufacturing base gets going again with this possible Shell petrochemical plant, and that's also in that great country that is coal mining country. You're going to have a nice crowd there tomorrow night. Tell me about how you ended up in Weirton.
The crowd definitely fought in Weirton before, and it's always a great turnout. Weirton is just like Pittsburgh. The guys are blue collar, hard-working, hard-nosed people that come to love out and root on sports.
What about this town? What's Monaco?
Monaco is the town I was born and raised in, what made me who I am today. So the people here are very, very passionate people. They care about it all. They all support everything that everybody does, and they follow everybody, and they stick together. Even though there's only like 30 of them, they stick together.
You also, speaking of manufacturing, I'm a big fan of labor. You're an iron worker.
Correct.
That is an amazing career opportunity for anyone. How did you end up doing that?
I told my wife, Brendan, I wanted to pick the two most safest jobs, and boxing and iron working were at the top of my list.
I think we need to have to talk about that. But I will say this, I'm very happy for you. Let's talk about your strategy a little bit. And I have never seen you fight. I've seen a lot of obviously videos. But what is your strategy?
I try not to take a beating, so I don't want to do too much, as in nobody does in this sport, right? Mm-hmm. So I like to stand on the outside more or less, whether it's a taller fighter or a shorter fighter, pick my shots and throw some bombs.
Use your jab.
Use the jab, but I like to set it up for a big bomb.
Let me ask you this. Footwork. You move, you have lateral movement, and you straight forward, you dip and duck. What do you do?
That was a big part of our training with Donato. We would be in Miami where we trained at the Fifth Street Gym.
Right.
And we would, day in and day out of the track, and work on drills and ladders and feet work. So feet work for us, I think, is one of our strong points.
You know, there was a couple of other guys who spent a lot of time at Fifth Street Gym, Angelo Dundee and Muhammad Ali. So I obviously think you're going to do it. Good luck.
Thanks so much, Rob, for having me.
Josh Himes, ladies and gentlemen. the Handsome Hitman, tomorrow night in Weirton. Have a wonderful holiday and good night from P-Dub to Monaco from your Pratte.